Yeah.
Just a little eye
All right.
candy. They start your week off.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey,
I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. And that's our job.
and we are live on Instagram. Don't have to be mad.
What up,
JB, what's the name of the
Nigga,
podcast?
it's a pod named Kickback. A pod named Kickback. It's like a Tribe Called Quest.
You say the whole thing. Welcome back to a pod named Kickback. It is, in fact, just like a Tribe Called Quest because you do say the whole damn thing. I am no breaks, no the righteous ratchet. If you throw it, I catch it. If you got it, I match it. Each and every week, we right back at it. I am the Black Savage, the Magneto of my people. And I got two of my favorites here with me today. Jacqui, talk to him.
You got Get Fit with Jack. Come and get snatched. Holla at me. Sunday Fun Days every Sunday, 8:30, Lake Spivey. Come get this work.
Uh-oh, Jacqui over there rhyming now. Randy, you got something, Randy.
Man,
She dropped a rhyme on you.
Look here, man. I'm gonna let y'all have all the lingo. What up, Big KC? Hey,
What's up,
but
Big?
look, it's just your man, Randy T. Man Up Monday. That's where I'm always gonna be. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna thank y'all. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world tonight, including at the Olympic Games, but you chose to be here with us. So definitely want to say thank you. We appreciate you. And we got a hell of a show, man. We got to talk about what's going on in the Olympics. We got to talk about y'all man DT. What are you out there doing? We got to talk about Miss Hers. Put some respect on her name. Cardi B has said that she's not putting up with a bunch of crap, and that's just the beginning. Just the beginning. So let's go ahead. Let's check in, see how everybody feeling this week. See how your energy is, if you're feeling good, if you're feeling right. Let's go with this week's high, low, if I can find it. Let me see. Who done stole the high low?
That's all right. That's all right. That's your low right there.
Right.
Somebody stole it.
Now, high low. Who wants to go first?
All right, who wants to go first? High low.
I'll go first. My high, of course, my birthday was on the 2nd, so I'm on a cloud 9.
You know, round of applause.
Salute.
Yes.
Happy born day, Jacqui.
45, sexy 45. So
okay.
Now my low.
You said you 40 thighs year old? 40 thighs?
40 thighs.
Look, the workout's been working, y'all.
Look. She didn't catch what I said.
Yeah, the 40 thighs.
Was, of course, just thank you, Big Casey. Was just the randoms, just shooting a shot. But hey, I give it to them for shooting a shot, but I got blocked. But
damn, there you go. All the free birthday gifts, all the cash apps, and then blocked everybody.
But but I mean, I'm still celebrating my birthday. I appreciate all the birthday wishes, DMs, texts, cash apps, everything. So, I really, through the cash apps, I really saw who the real men are and who are the, I don't want to call them that, but real men be like, what's your cash app? The other one to be like, so how much did you get on Cash App today? I know it's been blowing up. Who's been hitting your Cash App?
That sounds like the nosy ones.
Right. So
why are you so worried about it?
Right.
Rhyme
You did
Did
put
you
in on
consume?
this.
Casey. But anyway, Randy, what was your
Hey, look, so you ain't that was just the high. What was the low was the dudes that didn't hit your Cash App? Was that your low? I heard your high.
It's just, sometimes you have to know your boundaries. Like, even for women, I know who to shoot my shot to. You know what I'm saying? Just like a man knows who to shoot his shot to. But if we've never had any conversation, this is your first with me. Sometimes, people take birthdays to try to get in where they fit in. And it's like, nah, not here.
Right on.
I turned 45, not
45. Yeah. Hey. All right, well, I'm gonna jump in. Look, man, my high actually was today. Actually, as I woke up, man, and I intended, like, I didn't know. I watched the fight last night. I gotta say, man, boxing. And maybe if we get to it somewhere, man, that card was incredible last night. Everybody who came through last night, who watched it, cool. Y'all saw it, man. That boxing, keep doing it like this, they will reclaim the throne. But anyway, the high was, man, I went a couple of weeks ago. I was volunteering at the teen conference, and my backpack, which I love, goes with me everywhere. It broke. Pretty nice backpack too. Not I ain't gonna brag and say it's throw the name out there or whatever, but it's a nice one, and it broke. Right. I was bummed out, and I was real mad, what I'm saying, about it, because I was like, yo, I ain't ready to go buy one of them right now. Got back to school shopping and all that stuff. I can't be throwing mines in there. But went to church this morning, and I know they don't want to throw the names out there, but a group of young men and stuff, they didn't even know that it happened, but wanted to bless me with a gift, and it was a backpack, the upgraded version of the one that broke last week.
Wow.
Right? The upgraded version of that, right? So that was my high right there. I'm going in the week with that one. I ain't got nothing else.
I like that.
I believe in conspicuous consumption.
Really?
If you have it, flaunt it.
Really?
If you have it, flaunt it. That's what's up. I like to hear stories like that. That's what's up. Me personally, let me see. My high of the week. This is a pretty interesting week, which I think is some good. It's been busy. I don't know if I had a high this week. I didn't hit my number this week. It was something I was trying to get done this week. I didn't get it done yet. That is, as of right now, my low. And my high just been life, man. You know what I'm saying? Just alive, just chilling. I feel like I'm in a better space mentally, but I'm just trying to get it all together. I want August to be like my month. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, damn it, we hit the 4th. I gotta step it up a little bit if this is gonna be it. So that's it. Oh, and I feel really good about the direction of the podcast. I've been talking to Randy about it all week, and I'm feeling real good about everything with that. And Jacqui thighs, that's probably my high.
You know what? Big thighs say, don't put a smile.
Yes, Lord.
Man, you getting thighs jokes the whole podcast. The thighs go with that shake, right? For the whole hour.
I like that one.
We coming with it. This for happy birthday to Jack. Look, if y'all listening, throw all your thigh jokes in there. We listen, we taking them all.
Give me them thigh jokes.
Put your thighs and your lows. Let's go.
Yeah. What's your thigh of the week? What's your low of the week? Oh shit. All right, well, let's get into our viral story of the week.
My left stroke just went viral.
All right, well, speaking of thighs, Cardi B simultaneously announced, this isn't funny, but I'm telling you, the rest of this episode is gonna be funny because every topic got an eyes in it or I've in it. That jokes is going the whole night. But anyway, Cardi B announced that she's divorcing Offset, and she's pregnant. Now, when I first saw that, I was like, well, there was rumors that he had cheated. Recently this week got caught with his ex, but they're saying the ex is like 8 months pregnant by somebody else, by her dead boyfriend. I'm like, damn,
got caught again.
Got caught again. And
let's say that.
Yeah. Again. And I mean, Cardi says the divorce isn't about cheating. They just been growing apart. But I mean, that's the same thing Tiana Taylor said, and then we found out in the court documents that Imane Khelif was hitting everything in sight. So I do want to say, you know, positive energy out to everybody involved, and I hope you guys get through it with as much privacy as you can. Announcing the divorce and the pregnancy on the same day at the same time in the same post was kind of like, damn, I got a lot going on right now. But I mean, I don't think y'all getting a Cardi album. She didn't promise the album, but if she's 6 months pregnant, 5 months pregnant, I don't know if you're getting the album.
We're gonna get a good album now.
Man, look.
Okay.
That's what you think, Jack?
Yeah.
Hey, the best songs come from heartache. The best songs come from when you're going through something.
She talking about that album gonna be on end of the year. If she right now, if she starts writing now, but she 5 months pregnant.
But see, you gotta think
they don't count for everybody.
The whole divorce thing, that's already been going on. So she's probably already been writing.
I don't know.
Well, that's a fair point.
I say that,
we'll see. We'll see. Hope she been doing videos too.
I would just go crazy.
Because how she gonna do? Yeah, she did on the first album. Her first album, she was pregnant when that dropped.
Yep,
her only album, she was pregnant when that dropped.
Yep.
And that was fire. So we'll see, man. We'll see.
I'm not gonna be stereotypical here, but she's and no shade before I make this comment. I don't need everybody in my inbox. No shade, but you know, she is she's an entertainer, right? From a Latin community where they are known to be quite fertile. So that's it. That's all I'm saying.
But how do you know they are very fertile?
That's facts.
Numbers
don't lie. Numbers don't lie. Google.
We had another that was freed from prison. Excuse me. That was freed from prison.
Oh, he froze. He froze. But why he froze? Before we go there, if we gonna talk about like the quality of work that we get from that I'm looking forward to, I think Rihanna set the bar for what we can expect for pregnant women to do. You know, and they still just trying to fight.
Randy T, Jacqui, can you hear me?
I'm not excited.
Yeah,
we hear you. So I'm not excited about what project coming out of her heartache of leaving Offset or whatever. Mary J. Blige is the only bona fide artist that will take her life and make a hit out of it. Everybody else try. Vivian Green tried it and it was a disaster. Marsha Ambrose tried it. It was a disaster. Everybody cannot take their heart pain and make a hit. So I'm just saying, let's not automatically assume she gonna be dropping, you know, like we getting some Grammy Billboard award-winning hits.
I don't think we're gonna get Grammy, but
we talking about a rapper. She's a rapper.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get a good album though. I think we're gonna get a
maybe my definition of good albums is different.
Right now, because I think she still, you know, at the same time, Cardi likes to just, you know.
Right. You're
put
right,
her
Melissa.
stuff.
Give it 9 months.
For her, I don't think it's gonna be like Grant, like she's going for a game. I think she's just it's gonna be healing for her.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Let's
say, hey, you're back. But what I did hear that might be, if she is pregnant, it was not confirmed yet, would be even more impressive that Simone Biles might be pregnant. Now,
no, it's already been confirmed.
It's been confirmed. It's not. She is pregnant.
I just heard that she's not pregnant.
It's his, because she's filing for child support.
Saying that she wouldn't be able to compete.
Right. That's why I'm
They were
like,
saying
I
she
hadn't
wouldn't be
had
able to
it.
compete
I
legally if she
couldn't
was
be able to
pregnant.
get it confirmed if she's pregnant.
I posted about it, and then somebody came and told me like and corrected me like, no, she wouldn't be able to compete. I don't know.
I don't know. The
I have no idea.
ILC,
But somebody told me that I,
different.
Yeah, and we got to talk about them too. We'll get to that later, but we got to talk about them too. But before we move on, I wanted to congratulate an artist that was free from jail, dancehall legend that is now free and ready to make music and get back to it. None other than, with my round of applause, let's give it up for Thighs Cartel.
Yes.
Nah, man, Vibes Cartel is free.
Yes.
That's your type. That's your type of vibe, right, Jacqui? You to the dance hall?
Yep.
Yeah, I used to be in the dance hall heavy back in the Shabba Ranks Tiger, back in the old days. Telephone love.
Yes.
That's so pretty tonight. Welcome home, Vibes. Now, what I want to do, I want to get into our kickback conversation.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Boom, bye, bye. Oh, can't sing that no more. Can't sing that one no more. I ain't trying to get canceled.
Don't do it.
Cancel.
Yeah, but I do miss dancehall, man. I don't listen to a lot of dancehall anymore. I don't listen to a lot of go-go anymore neither. Like every now and then I get into a mood where I throw something on, but that's not like my go-to no more. We was kids, man. We was S's, back, jump. Think about the childhood, EU, you know what I'm saying, pleasure, you know what I'm saying, groovers. I'm most listening to rap and R&B. I got to expand my horizons, get back to my shit. But yeah. All right. I want to get into our kickback conversation, which is going to be a little different this week. As you guys know, we are making some changes with the podcast and with the YouTube channel, and just trying to really expand, trying to give you more content, trying to make it more entertaining, more than just a podcast. And we know we have the podcast Avengers. So, you know, we might grab this person and that person and this and that. But this is the core of what the podcast is going to be going forward, us three. So I wanted to do something we never really did. I wanted to do a quick introduction. I want people to kind of understand when I go off about the Trump shit, what's New Deal? Why is that so passionate to him? You know what I'm saying? Or Randy, you know, getting to talk about financial planning. Why is that a big deal to you? Or Jacqui started talking about getting in shape and working out. Why is that a big deal to her? What makes us tick? So when you tune into the podcast, you can go, well, I know I'm just like New. I know I'm agreeing with him because we went to the same high school, or we had the same views on marriage or whatever. You can tune in and go, I know Jacqui got my back on this, because we look at that the exact same way, because we both, you know, in the gym every day or whatever. Or the same thing with Randy. Oh, I know Randy got my back on that because we view the world through this particular lens, and that's different from everybody else. So I wanted to give everybody, I'll throw it up and let people jump in and kind of, I guess we'll go ladies first. And as far as getting to know, Jack, I want you to give us a little bit of information on your background. Like, who are you? Why do you think the way you think? What kind of work do you do? You know, what's your relationship status? Like, it's whatever. People want to know so they can kind of get a hold of you. What do you want them to know? When they tune into this podcast and they hear what you have to say, who are they listening to? Who is that person?
Well, I consider myself, and I've actually embraced this over the years of getting older, of being a rare unicorn. I don't think, like most women, I think I've always wanted to know what my gift was, and I think my gift is being able to connect, understand, and have great, deep conversations with men. So I like to pour into men. I've seen, brothers, cousins, friends, just watching just a black man just go through life. So I've always been that type of person to want to pour back into that man, because black men don't have a lot of support. You're starting to get a little bit more now because we have social media, but you guys have never had great support like I think that black men should have, men, period. But my background, I've been in the music industry. I worked for 2 record labels. I worked for Big Cat Records when Gucci was locked up. We was pushing Maceo's Hold It Down. And it was very hard at the time between the whole Gucci and Jeezy beef. So I had to cold call program directors, radio stations to get the Gucci songs played. And sometimes I get hung up in the face, you know, we ain't fuck with you, we fucking with Jeezy. And I have to just go on to the next call. But I handled, I was a promotions assistant, and I handled all of the budget, the promo itineraries for everything, booking the rooms, making sure everything, their contacts, who they need to talk to when they get there, in stores, everything. I put it all together. So
that's where the BMF jokes come from, huh?
Exactly.
Now I ain't know. Now I know.
How about that? Now, how she do that with Big Cat knowing she was part of BMF? Jacqui a double agent. Yeah, I watch Jacqui.
I've also worked for Upfront Records. That's when it was created by this the late Lady Drew, rest in heaven, and Divine. They own Upfront Records, and we had Akon and we had Candy from Escape. So that's back when they had Akon had Smack That with Eminem. So that's when we was pushing that.
Smack That.
Yeah. So I've been in the industry. I've had my own artists. I've done a lot of promo stuff. I've met a lot of people, met a lot of amazing people. I grew up in Riverdale, Georgia, but I was a military brat. So I was born in Madrid, Spain. So I have dual citizenship. But I've been in Atlanta since 93, in Riverdale since 93. So I'm basically a Georgia piece, been through Freaknik and all of that. So I'm basically from here. I lived in Rents Crossing in high school. That's when T.I. and Dro lived there. So I'm cool with Tip. So
where the Get Fit though part came from? That like where tell people where that love came from.
But then I was playing around a little bit with, working out, doing all these little fad diets and doing all these workouts and stuff. And then I got a trainer in 2016, 2017. I got a trainer, and I saw my body change a lot more than what I was doing. So I enjoyed it. And then my mother passed in 2018. And so that really pushed me into getting healthy, making sure I'm good for my kids, make sure I'm mentally strong. So that's what really pushed me into the fitness. And then I started training a little bit over a year ago. And I love pouring into people. I love seeing when they hit their goals, when they lose their weight, when they finally get mentally strong, when they're keeping their boundaries and their life is more about peace. So that's me in a nutshell.
That's what's
excellent. And so you guys can see why I chose her to be a part of this. Now you see what I saw. Randy T. Who are you, man? What makes you you? What got you into the Man Up Monday? What's your background? How'd you grow up in DC? How you doing in DC and in making? Like, it's a lot there, man. Talk to us.
Before you started, Randy, because I always wanted to know, explain Man Up Monday, because I love it, but I want to know the concept behind it, how you came in with all that.
Okay. And for and it's on my if anybody look, it's on my Instagram page. I tell the story was inspired by John Lewis, a conversation that I had with him inspired the whole Man Up Monday, a conversation with him at a Jill Scott concert.
Wow.
It was at a Jill Scott concert that I walked past him and I thought it was him, and I was like, I think I just saw one of like our civil rights dudes, right? And I was like, I'm gonna do another walk by and see if that's really him, because like I am a history nut and knew a day, like history buff, especially Black history. Like I will eat it up all day long, right? And I was like, this somebody who was walking arms in arms with that Selma. When you see that picture, that Selma Bridge picture with Martin Luther King, like that's he on the right elbow, right? Like I was like, that's him right there. right? So I walked back to him and I was like, oh, look. And he was like, and he just reached his arms out like, come talk to me, right? And came and like had a conversation with him, man. And one thing that he impressed upon me, and he said that he wished that the young men of our generation would be more focused of making an impact for the next generation. Right. I mean, he said a lot to me, but those were the words that I could echo like into my soul when he said it to me, that what was the biggest difference. And because I was like, and because I asked him, I was like, as a young man, I saw all the things that you've done. Like, what could I do to make the type of contributions like you made, and others that came before us? And he said, look, he's like, y'all smarter than us. Y'all have more resources because we paved the way. But he's like, but the thing is, sometimes it's we too much of who's doing it, right? Over just get it done. And like, if my name might not ever be on the plaque, nobody might not even know I was a part of it. Right. And it might be 10 years from now before anybody even realized the impact of what I did, because I was pulling in a direction. But he's like, make an impact for the next generation. So the next men, what I mean, can make that the next men behind you will have it easier. And he was like, that's what we need to do, and stop telling men to just man up and don't tell them how. That was how it ended. And Man Up Monday was born.
Okay.
From that conversation, right?
But who is Randy? What is your upbringing? Where are you from?
Oh, now, well, me, man, I'm just a DC boy. I'm just an uptown boy, right? Me and New, that's my cousin from Sandbox, man. We grew up together. Like, when I tell you, little kids play G.I. Joe. Like in He-Man, he used to come over his house, spend the night on the weekends, and we playing He-Man and G.I. Joe, Castle Grace. Look, look, he was the rich cousin, right? Because his mama, he was a solo kid. I had siblings, right? So look, I can get G.I. Joe men, right? I come over his house, he got the bass. He got all the vehicles, all the big time accessories and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, I'm bringing my little 5 men over to his kingdom. This is like Toys R Us up in this blicky, but yeah. But that's what, you know what I mean. And we came up out of DC, man. We was there when. Came up when DC was, unfortunately, when it was the murder capital of the world, came through that. It was a whole lot. And a lot of this, I'm going to keep it short. Follow me on Man Up Monday. I'm on TikTok, all of your social media platforms, and you'll see the link is in the bio. You click it, right? See what it's about. But but the sum it all up, man, we went through a lot, and I left DC because if I would have stayed in DC, I probably would be dead, right? Because the neighborhood that I grew up from, and I know some of my partners probably watch it now, and they can tell us, like, out of the 20 of us that grew up, it's probably like 3 of us that's still like around and can be like up, like that's not even dead or in prison, and can say like we've done something with our lives, right? So when I say when I left, it saved my life, right? And I learned a lot when in Georgia. Came back. And so when all of that tied into the Man Up Monday, was like, I know I shouldn't have made it out, but I know that a lot of what I went through and a lot of what other men go through, because we think we have to do it alone, because that's how we've always been taught, right? To be a man up, just every man stand on his own. Kids, we don't even realize, like, I've done it to my son. Like when I was raising him and tell him, don't cry. Like, what you crying for? Not realizing that in that moment, I'm teaching him that it's not okay to process your feelings, right? But and we've done that through generations. And then now we have a bunch of unemotional, available men, right? And women wondering why, like, they can't get through to us. Well, it's like, well, look, it's been a job been done on us out for generations that we ain't supposed to show y'all that. And like, if something is wrong, like as a man, I need to go get it fixed, Whether I go rob a 7-Eleven or I go carjack somebody, like all I was told was that I got to man up and bring this food back home, right? But nobody never told me how. And through a lot of mistakes and things like that, I was like, and I've learned the way, right? So other men, I don't want them to go through this. We not an island. That's why right now, if you follow me, I'm on my Finding Your Tribe series, and I'm going to be there for the rest of the month. Because every man need to have his own circle, right? A group of men around him that keeps him accountable, that encourages him, and making sure that he's hitting his goals and vice versa, right? And when we do that, that's the way that we thrive. And if you look at any successful man from any point of any career, just pick one. And they'll tell you, I guarantee you, it's a group of successful men behind him that you don't know their names, right? But they were the ones that held them down and made sure that they got it, right? But that's a little bit of me.
I love it. New.
There it is. Yes, ma'am. So as y'all know now,
all thighs on you.
Honestly, so I grew up. Just so y'all know, because everybody say they cousins, but that's my real cousin. we didn't grow up friends. That's my fucking cousin. But I grew up, you know what I'm saying, in some of the worst neighborhoods in DC. My neighborhood, I was in Mayfair, and the National Guard drove a tank down my block to scare the drug dealers. Like, we gotta show a sign of force. So that's kind of where I grew up at. That's kind of what I saw. And I just always wanted to be bigger than my neighborhood. Always wanted to be bigger than where I grew up. I'm gonna tell you, like, my childhood goals. I wanted to either be a civil rights leader, pretty lofty, right? Or what we know now is Jay-Z. I want to be a rapper, but not just a rapper, with my own label and all that. So that would have been what we consider Jay-Z. Or I wanted to be.
You want to be racist.
Yeah, I wanted to be
Everybody in DC wanted to be racist.
Or a sports commentator. Everybody. And Rayful is home now. Apparently, he's home now and kind of moving around a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. A lot of snitching, a lot of enemies, but mind my business. I'm mind my business. But I always had this personality of wanting to do something, wanting to start something, wanting to create something. I done created 5 different crews. I couldn't join nobody else's crew. I had to make my own. So even when I went to Howard, it was like, are you gonna play this? No, I'm gonna start my own group though. I had my own group. It's so funny. So this to give you an idea of who I am. We went to see Maya Angelou at Howard University our freshman year, right when everybody was starting to pledge, and she did the poem "Phenomenal Woman." And I was a rapper, of course. So as we're walking back, it's about 15, 20 of us walking back to the dorm. I freestyled parts of a poem that I call "Phenomenal Nigga." And it was about, it's us. It's the curve in my dick. It was all kind of ratchet shit. You know, I'm ratchet, so we doing all that shit. Yeah, I created a crew called the Phenomenal Niggas. And we used to joke that we don't march around the street like the Q-Dolls. We march around the chalk line. And it's just goofy shit, but that's the kind of shit we was on. And we had a saying, "Hey, ho!" And you would hear people doing that all over Howard University campus. Like, we made our own little frat. But that's who I am. I create. I can't join no shit. You know what I'm saying? I got to mix some shit. I wanted to be a rapper. I rapped. I've been on MTV. I've been on BET. I did songs with the Neptune, songs with Raheem Devon. Songs with everybody in DC. I was all over DC radio. I was in the biggest clubs in DC. Me and my dudes popping bottles, acting the ass. I came to Georgia to do music. When I got here, I started this internet radio show, and I was rapping and doing that. And then eventually that internet radio show became an internet TV show. And then that internet TV show became a podcast. And I've been doing this show for 12 years now. And I started it with my bro, JB, rest in peace, JB, love you. And I got all my childhood friends that are actually still alive. Like, we grew up together. It was 5 of us. We lost JB last year, and we still, best of friends. We still together. We still in it. Let's see. I am like the righteous ratchet. Like, I am literally all about my people. I'm a 5%er, and I took my Shahada in Islam in the 90s. I've studied Buddhism. My name is Nayo Tariq Numan. You know what I'm saying? I did my 23andMe. I'm part of the Igbo tribe of Nigeria. I know who I am, but I also love. I also love all my ratchet shit. You know what I'm saying? I told a girl one day, I was like, man, I can give this dashiki dick. Like, I love my people, but I love the freaky shit too. And that's just me. I'm righteous and ratchet, and I don't hide any of it. You know what I'm saying? I know how to be appropriate. You know what I'm saying? But that is me. I am all about power to the people, all about our race, all about our community. I've given back. I have packed bag lunches for underprivileged students. I taught me and my government to do that. I rap. I've been in all these videos. I've been on all these channels, and I feed the homeless. Like, I do all that shit. I remember T.I. said, people like, you gotta be one way. Yeah, I'll beat your ass, I'll kiss your girl, and I'll lead a march in the morning for civil rights. I'll do all of it, nigga, because I'm all of it. And that's how I really feel. I am all of that. And I've just tried to hone it and to present it in a positive way. And I'm an entertainer. So how do I get all my ratchet shit, all my righteous shit, and make that entertaining? And I think that's edutainment. And I think that's what this podcast is all about, edutaining you. We talk about some real shit. We talk about some funny ratchet shit. But at the whole time, we're trying to make you laugh and make you think. And I was told at an early age, you make her laugh, make her smile, make her think, make her come, make her yours. So I just ended on that. But that's who I am. No breaks, no the righteous ratchet. Yeah.
Always circle back to something like that, right? Hey, I was wondering where you was at, Clarissa. Like I was just wondering. She in the building. She in the building. Yeah. Man, look, everything always circle back to that. Like he go like it's like the cycle. If he say something that's seen halfway righteous, like now he gotta end it on he gotta end it on the ratchet. Like
yes. Yeah.
Before we go out the door,
it is just me.
I know
it's just me, man.
You don't even try. It's seamless. It's effortlessly. You just do it.
It's effortless. It's just who I am. Like, there were points in my life where I wasn't the most, let's say, like, dudes are hungry. I wasn't the most hood nigga hungry. It was dudes that was doing a lot more dirt than I was. And then I wasn't the straight A student. So I had friends who was, JB went to Harvard. I wasn't going to goddamn Harvard. So I was never the most, the hoodest nigga. I was never the nerdiest nigga. I was always just this balance. And it always worked for me. You know what I'm saying? It's just, growing up being a rapper, you was taught to be yourself. The realest thing you could do that could earn you the most stripes was to be yourself and not lie. If you was you and you didn't lie, you was the best thing walking. You could brag, I'm real. I'm the realest nigga. Now I realize now at age 48, being real don't even count. People don't even, I used to brag that I don't lie until I realized everybody lied. So it wasn't the point of like, it wasn't nothing to brag about. It was kind of like I was the weirdo for not lying. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I was the super bad nigga for not lying. It was just like, he's weird. You know what I'm saying? I was like, well, let me, I had to perfect this or that. Because those things that I was told got you stripes don't really get you stripes in this world. You know what I'm saying? It's all about clout. You know what I'm saying? So I still just be me though.
Because I like to be weird.
Huh? Exactly. We gotta do something with that because I had a song called Weirdo, and it was about being weird, being different. Why fit in? Like, why be normal? But now in 2024, weird got a new definition, and we don't want to be part of that weird. If y'all haven't noticed, the Democrats are calling all the Republicans weird. Isn't that weird? And that's that West Coast meaning of weird. Out Cali, if somebody call you weird, that means they're calling you a bitch.
Right.
Huh?
It's relative. It's all relative.
Yeah, so it's different now. Right. So what we saying is one thing, but I just want to put that out there because we're going to talk about how the Democrats adopted the word weird and how they using it against the Republicans to fight back. For once, the pussy ass Democrats are fighting back.
Hey, no previews.
But having said that,
no previews.
That's good. I want you guys to have an idea of who we are because, like I said, going forward, this is going to be the core. I wanted you guys to really get an idea of who we were, why we are the way we are, why we think the way we think. So when you tune in, when you tell somebody, I listen to a Pod Named Kickback, why you listen to it? Well, they got three diverse personalities. You know, new one is righteous and ratchet shit. Randy one is man up Monday shit. Jacqui want to get fit shit, but she's a girl that can hang with the fellas. Like, this is what I like. And you can tell them why you like it. You can tell them why you're here. And when we get our Patreon going and we start charging $1 billion an episode, you already be in. And it'll be only 1 million for you.
Right.
See?
The VIP.
See?
The VIP.
Right.
VIP. You get that number one kickbacker status like Jay and Clarissa got, and Big Burger. Those are the when you get the VIP kickbacker status, you get all the free shit.
Oh, that they Hall of Fame status. Like
Hall of Fame status.
I don't know if nobody else gonna get that. They get the
That's a fact. All right, now speaking of getting the belt, we got to talk about somebody who got the belt and everybody was mad about it. We're gonna get into our what the fuck story of the week, and it really is a what the fuck. It's the Oh, when I talked about rapping, that was me on that song. That was me right there, just so you guys know. I sing too, I guess. But anyway, moving on. Our what the fuck story of the week. Algerian boxer, Imane medal, at least a silver medal. But that's not why we're talking about her. We're talking about her because reports had come out that she had failed one of the tests that would, I guess, that would speak to gender when it came to the Olympics about one of the tryouts about a year ago. She's boxed.
It wasn't a gender
Several
test.
Olympics. She's been pretty good. She's lost 9 fights, so she hasn't, by no stretch of the imagination, been like the best ever. But she's been a solid contender. And she fought a woman, beat her up pretty bad. After 46 seconds, she said, "I'm out. I don't want to fight no more. I've never been hit that hard in my life." And I watched news outlets portray her as a transgender. Now, she's an Algerian citizen, which is a Muslim nation. They don't acknowledge LGBTQIA community. It's actually a crime to be of that community there. And they don't do sex changes, sex operations, or what have you. She was legally born a woman. She was assigned female gender at birth. What bothered me about that was I saw the right grabbing a hold of that and speaking about transgender women competing against women, which I think is wrong. I think it's unfair.
It is.
I think it's disrespectful. I think it's damn near criminal. If you were born a man, assigned male at birth, and then you decide or you feel, I'm not going to be disrespectful, you feel that you are now a woman, just because of how you are, you cannot go and then fight women. I just don't agree with it. I'm against it. I don't like it. That, however, isn't what happened in this case. And when I saw Donald Trump, right now what I do, if I see Trump champion something, I go, what's this about? Why is Trump on this side? And when I saw Trump and the whole right, this transgender man is fighting in the Olympics, and I'm just saying, I'm just telling you how I come up with what I come up with. I go, why is Trump on this side? So obviously, I don't need to be on this side. Let me look a little bit deeper. And I did a little research and found out that she was born a woman, assigned a woman at birth. But the way people attacked her, the way the news outlets attacked her, how ugly it got. And it was only because of Trump. Trump pushed that narrative out to all the media outlets and got everybody believing it. And I was like, this dude. And that's why I get so mad, because I now talked to a couple people about it. And they're like, God damn, no, you on 10. You about to go crazy over this boxing person. And I'm like, because it's Trump pushed this shit. It was it's literally fake news. But because Trump pushed it so much, everybody started believing it. And this poor girl is out there after she won her last fight crying. I'm a woman.
Uh-oh. Did he freeze up?
Wait a minute, buddy. And but that was my take on it. What's you guys' take on that?
This world is getting crazy. This world is getting crazy. And people can't just go around just identifying as things just to get further in their life. And that's what I'm seeing a lot of. Not saying a lot of people are doing that, but come on now.
No, actually you can, but you shouldn't. But go ahead.
It's getting to the point where they're creating all this AI. It's almost like they're trying to mess with everybody's heads as to what's real, what's not, what's right, what's wrong, just to be able to control the population a lot more. So I disagree with that. You should be any type of sport, whatever you were born as, that's where you play. That's where you play, okay? Because women can be as strong as some men if they put the work in, but that's just outright. That girl looks hurt more than anything. Not even hurt from being in pain, but just hurt, just being embarrassed, being humiliated, having the fact that it's a possibility. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's a possibility that I'm fighting a man. Yeah. And this might have fought men in past relationships. So it's just a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah. Well, I guess New will pop back in here sooner or later. Good. Because this is where me and him always differ, and he always claims. For those who don't know, he always say that I'm the Trump lover of the show. But he always accredits stuff. The man does enough that he can take credit for. But you can't credit him for doing everything, right? And here's the issue with this whole thing. We're talking about, for one, she was born a female, period. That's all we know. Let's talk about the facts. The facts is that she was born a woman. And I'm trying to hurry, Carissa, that she was born a woman. Her birth certificate was a woman, and she's lived her whole life as a woman. But now think about the humiliation that she's going through now, that her whole womanhood is being questioned. But here's the whole thing. But the media just take stuff and run with it. We're talking about a test, and the testing is different. We're talking about an IBF test and an IOC test. So the IBF test, and that's the boxing federation, that she failed some tests the Texan standards have already been questionable, that they and the tactics that people don't already recognize them. So the IOC, who is overcharged of the Olympics, that's the Olympics committee testing, they don't even recognize this test. So somehow some test that said, and the only thing the test said is that her and some other woman, that they had some unfair advantage and they didn't qualify. So take it what you want. That's all. The language is ambiguous. So you have to figure out. That's all that we know from the IBF test that says that's saying that there was something that disqualified her and another female from a competition because they had an unfair competitive advantage. So the media is saying, oh, that means she tested for testosterone. And I think Melissa just put it in here as well. And they said somehow that she's had some Y and X, some male chromosomes have shown up in her DNA. But testing, and I be researching, testing show that in rare occasions it can happen, and it's known to happen in that region of the world. So it does not mean that she is still a man. So this is just a story that's really about a test, because the IOC can't get them, the IBF, to tell them what's really in the test. So the IOC is like, all right, if you ain't gonna tell us what's in the test, we ain't gonna disqualify them then. Because people are like, well, how can she fight if she failed the test? We don't know what she failed. All they said was she had it was an unfair comparative advantage that she had. Now we know some women have, and men do this too, will take testosterone shots, right, to be stronger. So is it possible that she may have done, been some HGH or some of that going on? Some doping? Very possible, right? But hey, the IOC testing is strenuous. Like that's why, like when if you look back when Mayweather and who's the Mexican dude that they couldn't fight for years, Pacquiao, when they was trying to get the fighting in, Pacquiao said he wanted to do, Mayweather said he wanted Pacquiao to do the IOC blood testing because he said they have the hardest testing to get by. And he was like, when Pacquiao passed one of them tests, I'll fight him. So she passed this test. She in the Olympics, man. Look, she got the silver. The girl just hit hard. From everything that I've seen and everything that I've researched, she is a woman until something proves that she's not. May she have cheated and took something that gave her a little I bet that lady who quit in 46 seconds would say she did. Right?
See, I had a woman make me quit in 46 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
See,
shout out to her. What Clarissa trying to get y'all to say before I come back? What was that?
Nothing. It's already done.
I'm gonna watch the episode. I'll be sure to find that part.
Run it back.
Yeah, I'm just sure to run it back. Act like it ain't like it ain't on recording.
We moved on.
It's on recording. So all right, so we're done with the young lady.
Yes. Yeah.
That was scrumping in the Olympics. Ain't nobody buying that shit, Clarissa. Ain't nobody buying it. I know you too well. I know you too well. Oh man. All right, Sarah. So we did see Trump meeting with the what was it, the National Association of Black Journalists?
Yes.
NABF. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. This dude, I really don't like this dude. Like, I don't like him.
You've said that
I watched him come
10
out
times this episode already. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, I watched him come out. He didn't want to answer any questions. Now there were some aggressive questions. I ain't gonna lie. Like that when they put his feet to the fire.
Out the box. She jumped out the box. She ain't come in like tiptoeing. You know what I mean? I can say this. Like she came in hot.
Yeah, she definitely. And I ain't even mad at her. Like, because what he did was,
I get it.
This the bullshit he did. He said he didn't want them to fact check him live on the air. So whatever he said, they were not, according to him, allowed to correct him or not. What the fuck is that? Then he says he's coming out he's going to announce why he will not do the interview. He's not doing the interview. He's going to come out, announce why he's not doing and then leave. Instead, he comes on and sits down. So all these games he's playing, all this trickery, and then when he sits down, and she said, "Oh, so you're doing it? Bet. So how come you done this? You said this in the DEI hire. You know, what's the definition of DEI? It's just like this dude, and then he said he's not going to debate Kamala. Then he said we can only do it September 4th on Fox News in Pennsylvania, or we ain't doing it. Who the fuck you think you are, man? Like, who the fuck this dude think he is? I feel like Mace when you talk about Jay Prince. Who is this nigga? Like, Trump, you don't run nothing? Who are you? Making rules and I didn't know she was black. I thought she was Indian. I know she wanted to be black. She turned black. And I'm like, I'm so sick of that narrative too, dog. I went to Howard University in the 90s, a couple of years after Kamala. Sellouts, Uncle Tom's didn't really go to Howard. People that denied their blackness didn't want to go to Howard. Howard was the black school. And people are like, well, I'm tired of hearing because she went to Howard, that means she's black. Because she went to Howard, it doesn't mean she's black, but it means she cares something about being black. Who the fuck goes to Howard?
HBCU.
The HBCU. Who the fuck goes to Howard? If that ain't your path, if that ain't what you on, you can go to any other school in the country. What will make you go to the blackest school in America? I'm not black. I don't identify, but I want to go to the blackest school. That's just stupid shit.
Be careful.
Yeah, hey. The blackest school. You know what I'm saying? I know what they be trying. I know it, but I forget what they call it. With the Morehouse, Spelman, and Clark. The AUC, the ACU, the AUC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's only one. It's Howard. We stand alone.
All right, stay to the top. Stay focused.
All right. So I'm just sitting here and I'm watching what he's doing and the disrespect that he's showing to all these black women that are asking him questions, interviewing them, and I'm listening to him disrespect them and spit out his rhetoric. I'm just like, it's time for him to go. Before I give any more thoughts on that, I want to know how you guys view Jacqui as a black woman. How did you view how he handled the lady journalist and how he's speaking on Kamala? Like, how do you see that? Your perspective?
It's expected. It's expected. So I don't really it doesn't bother me. I mean, it's expected. We know who he is. We know how he is. I give him that. He's who he is. It was entertaining. It was funny because they caught him off guard. So it was funny to me that they caught him off guard. But for me, bottom line, I'm getting tired of this whole race thing and all this. Like, let's get to the facts. What are either one of you going to do when you get in office? That's all I want to know.
Stick to the topics.
Very well said. Very well said. Andy T.
All right. So I have a lot to say.
No, Randy, no. We don't have a lot. No.
All right, I'm gonna keep it short.
No, you don't.
Yes,
no. We're gonna move on, bands. Give us a hot rundown.
I'm gonna keep it short because one comment will go off a whole nother way. But I'm gonna say for this, like, it was a bold move for him showing up at the NABF, right? It was a bold move, but we've known him to be a bold candidate. So it was not a surprising move. Only thing that I can say, is personally, I wish it would have started on a different note, because the way that the tone set from the offset, it allowed him to be in a defensive posture now, to say that now I was attacked from the beginning and was never given an opportunity, you know what I mean, to have any type of meaningful dialogue. And that, so I felt like it was an opportunity that was missed. If he showed there, I think we should have been, yes, sir, National Association of Black Journalists, correct, NABJ, correct, thank you. Yeah,
and I it's a pretty woman, I will say NABJ, NABJ, yeah. If she's pretty.
Yeah. So that's the only thing that I'll say about the whole thing, the way that it went down, because he has a certain debating style, and the way that it started, it played right into it. So it allowed the opportunity for the narrative now that that's the one he was going to go with anyway, right? If things didn't go the way that he wanted to, but now it was already all right. So y'all already gave me now. I don't even got to pretend. I don't even got to pretend like I'm trying to be friendly now, because y'all stole me as soon as I sat down. So that and that's so, and then the rest of it went as expected.
Let me ask you this, Randy. Do you think that it was going to, I personally think it was going to go that way no matter what the question was. Do you think that if they would have threw him a softball, it would have gone better? I think that was the strategy the whole time.
Oh, I think at some point it would have gotten there, definitely. But I thought, allow him to be the one, right? If we're the host, then let's be hospitable, right? And then, because we already know the character of the person who's here, you know what I mean? And so, just like the saying, let Judas hang himself, right? Like that's what you do.
I think he did. I think he hung himself. I like he can spin it however he wants to spin it. He hung himself, to me, just with a combination of the things that he's done.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, watch Fox News. They got a whole nother take on that.
Well, I bet they do, and that's why I don't pay no. Well, I do watch Fox News, but I watch Fox News just to make sure I know what the enemy thinking. Like, I got to be, you know what I'm saying? I got to be hip to what they doing.
For
yeah,
information,
for sure.
Right? Situational awareness.
100.
Thank
100.
you, Chris.
Got you. Chris would just be on dicks.
I try.
You're a good guy, Randy.
Hey man, let's roll. We got
dang.
we got the Dragons finale tonight. We got to be on time. What's our next top? Let's roll.
Yeah. So
it's fashion, if it's music, if it's hustling, whatever, you on a marathon, you know. So,
well, I will say, according to attorney Ben Crump, he said that Black and other minority farmers are now getting $2 billion from USDA after years of discrimination. The Biden administration has allocated over $2 billion to support Black and minority farmers who were discriminated against. And I thought that was huge. I know, like, Black farmers don't get their just due. And I know when we were going through the pandemic and everybody was talking about we're going to start our own farm, we're going to start growing crops. I know the what is their last name? The Swansons. The Swansons out here in Georgia, Black farmers doing their thing. And we've kind of wondered what the challenges were, how difficult it is, and everything. And I think getting $2 billion to minority farmers is huge. We know that when things are great, life as a farmer is amazing. When things get a little rough, money gets cut, people aren't paying Black farmers what they're supposed to be paid. I think this can go a long way. So I just want to clap it up for that. Some Black farmers getting their thing.
Yes.
Hell yeah, what my round of applause?
Two.
All right, why you looking for it? I am always in a political season, especially in a presidential political season. I am worried when it comes with people with their hands out making promises. And all I can say is the same guy who on the cover that's spreading around, he's been at Congress for the last couple of years trying to get money. For the last couple of years. In fact, he has a show on Netflix, came out about 3 years ago. Look it up, about Black farmers not getting money. The same guy who's on the front that they showing on Ben Crump's page. The same guy, right? Who's been at Congress trying to get money. So again, in political season, when the money actually start hitting the farms, it sounds great. Right. And the proposal sounds amazing. They more than deserve every dime of it, because the way that they have been disseminating funds among farmers versus Black farmers, it is a travesty of justice that it is ridiculous that it can still happen in this day and age. But this proposal is a great step forward to right those wrongs. But and New Man, you just like we in sales, right? So until the check hit the bank, till we get 16 digits in the expiration date, or a banking and a routing number, and it's in the account, that's when we gonna applaud. That's when I'll start applauding. Right now, it sounds great.
I hear that, and I actually like your perspective on that. I'm switching to what you just said. We're gonna wait to that damn check clear. I like that. Jack, what you think about what do you? Well, I know it's a great thing in theory, but how do you feel about it?
I mean, for one, I do want to say I'm happy, whether it's Black farmers, any kind of color farmers, that they're getting a little bit more business. They're getting a little bit more spotlight on them, because now foods are horrifying in the grocery stores. Everybody wants everything fresh now. Everybody wants to go back to their roots. So that's a good thing for them, because they've been looked over for very, very, very long time. Very long time. Even through the pandemic, they were being looked over. So I'm glad that they're able to get what is due to them. And I really think that I just hope they're protected, because I just really think we're going to go into a season of people not spending so much money in the grocery stores anymore and going to a lot of more of the foreign grocery stores, or dealing with farmers hand on that they know, or people that they know. Even a lot of people are starting to go to these community food banks because they know they have fresh
That's processing.
Right. So a lot of people are doing that versus even just, going to the grocery store. So hats off to the farmers. I hope they are protected, because I think that because they're going to be start making a lot more money, them hands are going to be, people going to try to put their hands in the pot and try to control the narrative of farmers and take away their freedom of what they've been doing for years.
It's a handful of black grocery stores who get their groceries from black farms out here in Georgia that I've been going to, was going to. It really happened during the pandemic. We was like, we gotta support black farm, black everything, black everything, black everything. I've kind of gotten away from that, but I do. I gotta get the names and come back and shout them out. Randy, do you know of any back home in the DMV?
None that I can say right off, but I'll
next week. Let's grab a couple names in Georgia, DMV. So we're gonna shout them out. So people might want to go and support them, because we actually did a podcast from one black-owned grocery store. We did some content where we went and showed all their groceries and all their foods, and they told us the black farmers they were getting it from. That's how we got connected with the Swansons, and their farm, which is I think in deep rural Georgia or whatever. But I want to make sure we support.
Who make the bacon, Swanson?
I don't think that's them. I don't know. Don't give me mine.
You better get me some sausage.
Well, I follow them on Facebook. I'm gonna post to them today and ask them if that's them. And I'll tell you in 2 minutes. Yeah, we're Facebook friends.
We about to come to the farm.
Yeah, I hope they got some turkeys, because all I do is turkey bacon. Hopefully they got some turkeys.
Hey, that's you, not me. I'm gonna give it to me. Swine me up. Swine me out.
You. I want to know what y'all been watching real quick.
Netflix and chill. What does that even mean?
Oh, we should do a road trip. Ooh, go to the farm.
I like it. I
like it. Got me out there milking the women. I mean the cow. But never mind. Just moving on. Don't give me a mic. Just don't give me a mic. What are y'all watching right now? I'm watching The House of Dragons.
The House of Dragons.
Finale,
I haven't been watching it. It hasn't been
really tonight. What'd you say, Jack?
It hasn't really been my attention. I've been on YouTube. I've been watching trail cam captures.
What is that?
So it's just, people put out trail cams and it be catching different stuff, different creatures, different stuff. So that's what I've been watching.
Oh, a trail camp?
Yeah. So you can look up trail tip.
Weird.
They put forest and they capture, whatever's out there.
Well, that's interesting. Well, I watch a lot of I do this on TikTok and Instagram.
Lie to her. That's
weird.
I do. It's weird, Jacqui. It's weird.
You said when using the W word. That's how the Democrats use it with the Republicans. We're not using W word. But I do watch animals fighting.
I mean, weird, strange. That's my definition.
I have become obsessed with animals fighting. I watch hippos and lions and leopards and bears and tigers. Like
you ain't just getting hip. We used to watch that at your house when we was little.
Well,
man.
yeah. But TikTok and it's Instagram, TikTok and Instagram. Is it like readily available?
Yeah,
no, YouTube. You can just type in the animals. I want to see a pelican fight Jacqui Styles, and then you just type it in, and then boom, they just be rumbling. It's crazy. It is crazy.
And I'm also watching Karens that get arrested.
Ooh.
One thing I did learn about watching that is the compassion, the patience. They never reach for a gun or a taser. They go through a whole therapy session before doing anything. And I'm like, man, we would have been slammed a couple of times before.
Yeah.
so much patience, and they really like. You can see the difference between. I hate to say, but you can just see the difference between them getting arrested and us getting arrested.
Yeah, because usually we get murdered. They get arrested, we get murdered. It's a totally different thing.
And everything they always say is, "Do you know who I am? You need to call this. Do you know who I am? I will get you."
The audacity of a Karen. Like I can't even imagine. Now I ain't gonna lie. Back in my younger days, I talked a lot of shit to police. I was young. I was dumb. I was, I thought I was big shit. Now today, I would not talk shit to no police. And like the Karens will be Karens. What you say, Randy?
I thought we was talking about Netflix. I'm like,
I know you ain't talking.
How we got the Black Panther?
I got a lot to say on this
on the side of the sidewalk. Hey, look, I'm watching nothing but the Olympics. I don't know what y'all talking about. I'll be watching stuff next week. Right now, it is all about the Olympics, especially because I've been to Paris. Like, so now I'm just watching all the places that I've been. And I'm going to tell you, man, Snoop, he gave life to the Olympics this year. Okay. Like, I'm telling you, he gave up, like, in the moments that they got with him doing stuff. Like, I'm telling you, like, Snoop, I thought it was the worst idea when they came in the open ceremony, especially when Simone Biles' mom called them out. Like, she was waiting on her moment. She was like, I was waiting to see you. You remember when you was at the club and you ain't speak to me? I was like, boy, ain't that just like a black mama? Just wait right till she got right there on national TV in Paris. She talking to this man about him not speaking to her somewhere. But, hey, I was loving it. Like, only Snoop can bring that type of comedy. You know what I mean? Snoop at the equestrian. That was the picture that I sent earlier.
Yeah, he the outfit on.
Like, man, him with the equestrian outfit. But when I tell you, that gave me life, man. Like, not only, I mean, because for one, like, our gymnast teams and the Olympics, like,
he was partying with them. He had them hype.
Yeah, like, and I'm talking about Snoop, but even though we know Biles and the teams and all of them did that, they did their thing. Like, when I was watching Simone the other day on the vault, and like by the second round, they was just talking who was going to be in silver and bronze. Like, all right, so we ain't even talking about, so I'm listening, like, so we ain't even going to talk about, she got 2 more rounds to go that we talking about. But that's how far she got a penalty and still got like a 15 with a penalty. Like,
Did you watch her interview on All the Smoke? With her and her husband?
But I'm really just telling you, her competition is so amazing. If you watch like how she jumps in the air, like she is the best. I don't care what anybody say. Simone is the GOAT. Past, present,
medals to prove it
against anybody ever. Like I don't think nobody's. I don't see anybody ever.
She got the stats to prove it. She got the eye test to prove it. It's her. It's her. She got the stats. She got the eye test. She got the medals. She got everything. It's her.
So you talking about what you watching right now? That's all I've been watching, Jack, is watching the Olympics. We gonna watch the gold. Watch the our boys gonna get the gold. We finally got our USA team looking like a USA team again, right? They looking like the first USA team again. Like that's how we winning. Right, so I'm like, finally, it ain't been. We had some years where we was looking kind of.
Steve Kerr playing with that lineup, I respect it. I ain't mad.
And they've been getting mad about
Steve Kerr switching the lineup.
Right, like it's the rules are different. Steve Kerr, like whoever's scoring, they gonna play. Like I ain't trying to run a rotation to get people happy. Like the rules are different in the Olympics. To get to the goal, it's about how many points you score. So points differential make a difference. So you're like, yeah, if I got Kevin Durant in here who been cooking for three rounds, you know what I'm saying, and he's just dropping them hot. Like why I'm just gonna take him out just because I want Jason Tatum to say that he got in the game. Like no, I don't care. We trying to win. We trying to win a goal, or we trying to make millionaires happy. Steve Kerr don't care about that.
Not at all. Not at all. And I respect it. I respect it. I mean, he's switching the lineup based on who they playing. Well, y'all got a bunch of big men. Joel Embiid, get out there. Well, y'all got some small guys. Jason Tatum, now you get out there. He is really looking at the team that we're playing, putting the best lineup we got against that team. And that's a luxury you have when you got 12 NBA players. That is a luxury. You got 12 stars, role players that know what to do. Yeah, switch it up. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I have not been watching the Olympics. I watched the ladies basketball game. I watched a couple of the men's. Today I had it on doing some track events. I kept up with Sha'Carri. I know she won the silver. And I was watching a little bit of now. This is the sport that I think is underrated. And a lot of people aren't talking about this, and I feel
we got our man
disrespected by it. There are some amazing Latina women who are doing their best at volleyball. And the fact that everybody isn't watching it, it's beyond me. But these ladies that are playing volleyball, they are amazing. They really know how to jump. And they know how to
tell me, how do you score a goal in volleyball? Can you just tell me that?
When she jumped in the air, when she came down, she I was like, go. Every woman on playing volleyball has Jacqui thighs. Every single one of them got Jacqui thighs.
You know what? To play volleyball in middle school.
See? I'm telling you, I call it how I see it, man.
He still has not answered the question, Jacqui. How do you score in volleyball?
This is how you score in volleyball. When the match is over, you walk up to her, say, hey, I like what you're doing. You did a great job. Here's my number. Let's go out for drinks. You take out for drinks. You have a good conversation. You get her and her roommate back to the room. That's how you score in volleyball. Hey, man, that's how you score.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
I do want to say one thing about House of Dragons, because it was a meme that was like HBO House of the Dragons, Black people House of Dragons. So we say the name wrong, but I was and I'm not doing any spoilers because we haven't seen the latest episodes, so I can't be spoiling it for nobody. But I love how is it Rhaenyra that has all the dragons now. She got her own team with all the dragons.
Yeah, she got 3 of them bad boys.
Yeah, and she let the people go, let the dragons choose. I thought that was gangster. I love when the one dragon, what's his name, White Castle, or whatever his name is, Sea Castle, picked the black dude. I was like, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
I get all the names wrong. But I love that. It's been moving a little slow for me. And I fear that tonight's episode is going to be so amazing, and then I gotta wait another 9 years for next season.
Right? They picked it up at the end. The only thing that's been blowing me is Damon. Right? Like the whole thing with Damon at the Riverlands. You know what I mean? Like he just made a mess. Like nephew stood up in his moment though, right? He stood up in his moment, but this is where Damon so far gone now that like, man, you made this man make a vow to you, and then you cut his head off for him keeping his vow. All he did was what you told.
He had no choice.
He did, and
you know why he had no choice? He had no choice because nephew looked at him and said this.
Metro, shut your whole ass up and make some drums, nigga.
Damon had to get in line. It was like, and the dude that he started to say it on, the dude, hey, Jacqui, dude was like this. You see this shit? You see this shit?
Yeah. Hey, look, he said, hey, he was right. Before he said it to him, he's like, you want my army, right? Then he was like, I was like, he wasn't dumb. He made sure that Damon knew, like, before you cut my head off, you want my army, right?
Nephew told Damon straight up.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
Cut his head off. Get him up out of here. Get him up out of here. Music. Oh, I might as well play the drop. I might as well just play the drop. But I got some questions for y'all because this is something that Randy has been keeping me hip to the last couple of years. And where my drop at? And I saw something on there that I absolutely loved. And I was like, yeah.
This is a fantastic album, man. Let me borrow it.
No, my brother. You got to buy your own.
So when I'm making it with the family of Randy's sister Sharice, my cousin Sharice, and we're over there, we usually watch two different things. We watch like old school Soul Train live performances, like the 60s with the live band and Lionel Richie or something, the Dramatics or somebody. We usually watching that in the old performances and they doing their dances and all that. Or we watching Tiny Desk. And this week, The Locks
The
Locks did a Tiny Desk. And
that's what we needed.
They murdered it. It was, I didn't think they was going to do those songs. There were a couple songs. I was like, I wouldn't have thought you would have done that one. Okay. Yeah. I thought we would have got more Kiss solo songs, but I'm actually happy we did it. We got some style. We got some chic. It was very well balanced. And those dudes are just professionals, man. If you watch them on the Versus stage, you know they pros. This ain't for play. We are legit. We are one of the greats. And if you watch them on Tiny Desk, they just re-emphasize that we're not a play group. Be clear. We're one of the greatest ever.
Yeah, I forgot.
Man, I was so impressed. I was just like, damn, because I've been disappointed a little bit. Like, I'm a big Jeezy fan. His last album, I like his book. I've read his book like 8-9 times. Mainly trying to find what chapters Jacqui Thighs was in, but I still read the book a whole lot. That's the point. And his Tiny Desk was okay. Like, damn, dude, how you give me an okay Tiny Desk? But the Locks,
they killed it.
It was a different energy. You know what I mean? It was a different energy.
Even old girl singing backup. Shout out to her.
She was showing off the whole time. She was Eve. She was Lil' Kim. She was Faith Evans. She was everybody.
She got her man. She was
Diddy. She did everything. Hell yeah. So definitely check that out, y'all. The Locks Tiny Desk. Was it Kalani that did one too?
Yeah, she did. Hers was good.
Yeah, I didn't see Kalani's yet. But I know those are the two most recent. So check out Kalani and definitely check out the Locks.
Yes, definitely. And Lil Wayne is back, y'all. Lil Wayne is back, y'all. If y'all have not checked out Lil Yachty, Lil Wayne, Higher.
And he got a song with DJ Premier. Corday.
Yeah, Rick Ross and Big Sean. But Higher, his wordplay is crazy. The one line I like, he said, she asked to be wife, and I said, no, sir. She said, why, sir? I can only be your sexual advisor. I was like, I love it. Oh my God. Lil Wayne's wordplay is ridiculous, and I love it. But did you also check out about the guy that was trying to sell his 90s rap book for $5 million?
His 90s rap book?
Yes. So he found it. He was trying to do it back then with a company back in 2019. Lil Wayne found out about it, send out cease and desist. But the guy is just like finders keepers. So now 5 years later, he's trying to sell it again. And I'm just like, Lil Wayne, give him 2.5 million. You got it. It ain't nothing. That's memories. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't write your. That's like that. So that was, that was your first, rap that you were rapping, and writing. So get that man 2 million. He'll take it and just get your stuff back.
And no, all the money he made off of Nicki and Drake, like, you got it, bro.
Yeah.
Young money gave you enough. You all right. Yeah. Even with Baby getting his cut, you all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, pay that man. If he even want it back, man, he might not even want it back.
If he want it back, right? If you want it back, pay the man.
Right.
I have a confession to make, and neither one of you are going to be shocked by this confession. But I'm gonna make it. So Lil Wayne is in my favorite 5 rappers of all time. He's usually in my top 5 rappers of all time. When he got out of jail, he put out some good music, but it wasn't quite to the standard that I hold him to. And it was The Funeral. He put out an album called The Funeral, and it was pretty good. He did a deluxe. On the deluxe, he added 13 more songs. So this is now like a 30-song album. It was fucking phenomenal. That's what I think he got back in his bag. It was like, I was listening like I listened to Drop 3. I was listening like I listened to Sorry for the Wait. But I refused to big him up and to tell everybody how great he was rapping because he had just done the Donald Trump endorsement. He endorsed Trump so that he wouldn't have to go to jail. Trump gave him immunity. And I didn't quite understand everything that was going on. I just knew he endorsed Trump. And I was like, I'm not getting on this podcast and big him up, knowing he just endorsed Trump for fucking president. But now I know he did it so he wouldn't have to go to jail, which is still, I've been to jail. I don't want to go either. I might have endorsed Trump my damn self. So, right. But I say all that to say, Wayne been killing it the last 3-4 years, but nobody's really talking about it. I'm really happy you brought that up, Jacqui, because the song he did with Corday, fire. The song you speaking about, fire. The last couple freestyles he's done have been fire. He had a song with Young Thug that came out maybe 4 or 5 months ago, fire. And Young Thug in jail, so I appreciated him like, I'm going to put this song out with us, kind of help Thug family and shit. And Wayne has gotten... sorry about that. Wayne got into his storytelling bag, which was really good because, like, who doesn't like a good story? And Wayne's been telling really good stories. But I also want to shout out Collie Grove 2, the album he did with 2 Chainz that dropped earlier this year. A lot of people weren't listening to that, and it kind of went under the radar. But my favorite song on there is it called the PPA, the Pretty Pussy Award. A little bit of
cold like the climate. Once again, like I'm pretty pussy award, juicy, gushy, she's no looking into our eyes. Things sparkle out around the print just like the red carpet. I'm like, who you?
So it's like he been going. And Jacqui, I'm so glad you brought that up. And that album is called Collie Grove. It's Lil Wayne's last album. It's him and 2 Chainz. It's a group, a project, I guess you would call it. It dropped in, I think, March of this year. And that song is him, 2 Chainz, and Fabulous. It's called the Pretty Pussy Award. And Jack, you 100% right on that. Mm-hmm. Randy, you got anything you want to add to music besides Lenny Kravitz?
Nah, man, I ain't. I'm still stuck in the middle, right?
In the middle. What up, Lenny, man?
I was rocking that joint. Yeah, I rocked that joint last night at my fight party that people hadn't even heard it before. I was like, man, y'all don't know, like Lenny is back.
Lenny back, and they're not even listening. The GOAT is back. The original GOAT, the man that created the term GOAT, which is greatest of all time, LL Cool J. He got a couple singles out. One with Fat Joe and Rick Ross, which I like, all produced by Q-Tip. When Tribe Called Quest, he did the entire album. He said Eminem is on the album. It's a bunch of big heavy hitters on the album. There's some unknown artists that he wanted to give shine. I know this because he just did an interview on Club Shay Shay, Shannon Sharp's podcast. And it was just ill, man. Like, I met LL Cool J. I sat down and talked to him. I was working at Chevy Chase Pavilion in a parking garage, parking cars or taking tickets or whatever back in the early 90s. When I was going to Howard, when I was at Howard. And I got wind, David Falk worked in my building. So all the NBA players he managed, Michael Jordan, Dikembe Mutombo, Patrick Ewing, Alonzo Mourning, all used to come through there to see him. And word got to me that LL Cool J was meeting with him. And then word got back to me that him and LL was in the Cheesecake Factory eating dinner. I grabbed my demo tape, ran up the stairs, went into the Cheesecake Factory and said, and so LL talking, and L, I don't mean to bother you. I don't want to bother you, but I heard you was here. I gotta give you my demo, right? And everybody's like, smack up, wait a minute. L was like, stop. Give me your tape. Give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna come out in the hallway. I went in the hallway and waited. I was on break from work. LL came out from his meeting with David Falk and sat and talked to me for probably 20 minutes about music, about goals in life, about how to make it, and just regular dumb shit. He just took 20 minutes out of his day, talked to some dude that worked in the parking garage. I was 18 years old, just to give a little bit of something. So I'm always going to champion LL. I'm always going to love LL. Like, just picture that. He in a business meeting, and he leave for this little 18-year-old boy that want to be a rapper.
That's real hip hop, though.
And on the interview, he said, I do stuff like that. And I'm sitting here like, no. He really does. Because that was, he gained nothing from that. You know what I'm saying? He just made me believe in myself a little bit more. That's all he got out of that exchange. I had nothing to offer him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He just made me believe in myself a little more. So I'm definitely going to get LL new album when it drop. I don't care that he's 55. There's no more age limits in rap music. Fuck you if you thought it was. I'm still listening. I'm not rapping. I might actually I'm going to put out a single next year. I'm going to do something because just so I can prove that I don't believe it. I don't believe there's an age limit because I retired because I thought I was too old. Man, fuck all that. I'm going to put out a song just for me. For me, Randy, and Jacqui. We're going to listen to it ourselves. Y'all ain't got to listen to it, but I'm going to do it just because. And definitely check out the interview with Shannon Sharp. And shout out to LL, man.
Yes. The GOAT.
The GOAT. He created it. Now, we talked about sports. We did the Olympics. We did music. We did TV shows. We talked about Trump. We talked about Cardi B and Offset. We kind of took you all around the world. We reintroduced ourselves to you. You know, I'm No Breaks New. And on social media, you can find me at No Breaks New. Every good goddamn where, whether it's Twitter, Threads, Instagram, Facebook, or Christian Mingle. I'm everywhere. No Breaks in You. Jacqui, where can they find you on social media?
You guys can find me at getfitwith_Jack, JACQ, on all platforms and in the city near you on your cell phone screen, your TV screen. We're going to get you right. If you got time to be on your screen scrolling, you need to hit me up so you can get this work.
This is for fitness and wellness. I thought you some of your thighs. I'm like, wait a minute, your thighs is everywhere? Hold up now, wait a minute. How do I subscribe? Subscribe to the thighs. Oh, and this is also Jacqui Bday week. So everybody make sure you wish her a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Jack.
Shout out to all my Leos. I love y'all.
It's Leo season.
It is. It indeed is. Randy T, where can they find you?
Hey, Man Up Monday. Man Up _Monday. Right? I'm on every platform. That's where you find me. Hey, all your men, we are in the Finding Your Tribe series. So men, if you out there and you're looking for the circle of men to take you to the next level, get with us. That's what we going. That's the journey we on. That's
it, man. I definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in every week. And as I say, subscribe to the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is No Breaks New. Subscribe there, the No Breaks Network. And I plan on bringing you a lot of content. These two don't even know I got ideas for what I want them to do on the channel. They don't even know yet. But I got plans. We're going to have a whole fitness segment. We're going to have a whole Man Up Monday segment. I will get into it later. I ain't got to talk about it right now. But having said that, I appreciate you. I want you to have an amazing week. I had a challenging week this week. I want everybody to go into the second week of August with your chest out, with your arms up, well rested. Focused on your mission and what you got to do. We're going to kick this week's ass, all of us together. You hear me? And on that note, where my cards at? Draw four, skip you, reverse you. Draw four, the color is green. Let me throw out my last card. Uno,